Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, my wonderful 129 subscribers. Um, Shout out Mr. E, the low grade king. Shout out to Barbarian Kung Fu. Shout out Chance Acting Demo. Shout out Al Hardy, the wizard. Um, I have not made a video in 2 months. Uh, you know, a lot has transpired. Um, we lost one of our pets. I had some personal stuff going on, and I wanted to be in a really good headspace to make this video because these are like really good comics, really key stuff to show. So, after the holidays, I was like, I'm pulling the Band-Aid off. I'm doing this. I might show a couple other books, but the first two books I'm going to show are, one's a key, a Grail key. It's a little bit lower grade. Say it with me, people. Low grade is better than no grade. Hashtag Chris at the We Love Comics. That's his line. He created that. And I've heard it on other channels. So I want to give credit where credit's due. Because, that was significant to me as a collector. Where, I felt priced out of, I'll never be able to afford that book. And it's like, well, maybe you can. If you're chasing 9/8, you've got deeper pockets than I have. Some books, like, even if you're chasing like a 7.0, you've got deeper pockets than I have. So you can just sit back and be like, oh no, man, I'll never have it. Or maybe you can. The first book, once again, it was a We Love Comics auction purchase. And I couldn't wait to do the live unboxing. I had to see it. I have wanted this book for a long time. So I'm gonna flip the screen and show it and talk about it. This book has so much potential. It always has. Flip the screen. So you don't have to like just trust me on this. Flipping. So, Giant Size X-Men #1. It's interesting to me, like, where I see some people say that this is the second appearance of Wolverine. And I'm like, well, all right. I guess, like, if you discount cameos, Wolverine was in Hulk 180 cameo, last panel, last page. Hulk 181 on the cover, fully in that issue. But also 182 is first page, but there's a couple of panels that show some helicopter coming to pick him up. So, once again, he's got dialogue. So I don't know if, I would consider that a cameo. But where people are like, this second appearance of Wolverine, I'm like, huh? What? No? Now, I have wanted this book for so long. And it's one of those books that, like, I had opportunities, man. Higher grade than this, but like where it was like $600, $700, $800. And I'm like, man, I had other stuff that I was like, well, I'm going to get this. And I just kept seeing this book get more and more expensive. And that's how it goes sometimes. Where my Hulk 181, I had to pull the trigger. And I told my wife, like, I mean, this is like years and years ago. I was like, if we don't get this now, it's going to get to a price where I'm not willing to pay. I'm just not willing to do it. Now, I mean, there's other ways, like, I could trade books and sell books and get the funds so it's not money out of pocket. But I have wanted this book for so long. And this was on an auction from Chris at the We Love Comics channel. And I made him an offer because he did like a pre-auction sort of like, here's the books I'm listing. And he doesn't list a price. So it gives you the opportunity, like, if you're like, hey man, like, I really want this is what I'm willing to do. And so I offered him 1,450. He was originally wanting like $200 more, 1,650. And he was like, man, you've been buying books for me for years and years now. So the $1,450 plus, $20 shipping, he's like, I can do that for you. Now, I did not have that money to just like lay it out. So he offered for a book of this caliber in terms of, finances, this tier level, 6 months. So I was able to send in, a good faith deposit, following month, like, here's some money, following month, here's some money, here's whatever, and buy this. You can't do that on eBay. There is no layaway on eBay. I've never bought books on Instagram, but I'm pretty confident that that's probably true as well. That it's like, if they sell you a book, they want the money right then, which makes it difficult, for a lot of collectors that, it's like, I work, I make money, but I don't have, $2,000 to go, like, here, blam, here you go. But now I own this. Giant Size X-Men 1. It is in a 3.5. And I am okay with that. Absolutely okay with that. Just having it's a gem in my collection. There is, beyond the notes of, like, it's the first appearance of Storm and Nightcrawler and Colossus and the Thunderbird. It says there's 2 folios detached at bottom staple. So somewhere in this book, there's 2 pages that the bottom staple is detached, but obviously the pages are still attached. They're still in the book. So it's not like incomplete or, whatever. I love this. This is funny because it's almost been a year from when I got Daredevil #1 from Chris at the We Love Comics channel. And I actually did a Christmas Day live unboxing of that book. I keep getting key issues from Chris because I don't know. Like, people don't see the value. I mean, just what I paid him. Forget the $20 shipping. $14.50. The tax alone on that, on $1,450, would have been at least well over, $120 that I didn't have to pay. The fact that I had 6 months to send in payment, that I did not have to have that money up front, is the only reason I have this book. Now, like I said, I had opportunities like back in the day were like $600 and, whatever. But I got other good books. So, there's no lamenting the past. So, sorry, Chris, this is not a live unboxing. I had to look at it, and like I said, there was a lot going on in my life, and I just didn't really feel I could do a video to do this justice. And I wanted to be in like a really good headspace to get this book if you can. Get this book in a 0.5 if you can, and if you can afford it, because beyond the sort of dip in prices right now, I'm telling you, this is going to appreciate. X-Men is going to come to the MCU, and you have not seen the true potential of where this book is going to go. While I'm going to do the live unboxing, I'm just going to show I sort of did a video where I'm sort of getting into this one, and I want to show this because this is really it's got a story that's basically Swamp Thing before there was Swamp Thing. And I do want to show that, but that's not where I'm at right now. So I'm going to show, this from the 40s. Love that. Looks like some giant eating something. If I've not shown this, I'm going to show this. I really love that. I also, everyone knows me, I love monsters and werewolves and stuff. So it's got the original banner on it. Inappropriate audiences. This is a newer book. And I don't usually buy newer books. When it comes to monsters, it sort of hits me where I live, and so, for the $3.99 or whatever, I'm like, yes, I'm following this run. I'm doing this. This is, I gotta move that. As I went down the rabbit hole about the weird tales, I found this. Right. Pull that out. That is so cool to me. It's not a comic book. It's just stories of horror and fantasy and things we love. I want you to look how thick this is. Look at that. And this was sold for 25 cents. I love the back. Put that back up. I really love artistic renditions of space travel long before we landed a man on the moon. I really love artistic expressions of the lives they thought we would be living here in the 21st century. It's interesting to me to see sometimes where they hit shit, excuse me, stuff, and robots on our wrist. Very fun. So, okay. going to show this. I think I showed it before. I love it. And I'm going to open up, well, we'll flip screen. Make sure there's no personal information. This is what it's like getting a comic book from Chris at the We Love Comics. Bomb-proof peeper. He, just like all comic collectors, has received comic books in bubble wrap envelopes. No backing boards, no additional protection. Even where he's reached out to sellers and be like, hey man, put this in a box, help me out here. And thankfully, I've only had just a few really bad experiences. Thankfully, the comic books that were arriving were not, super valuable. Because I've had conversations with my local post office. I'm like, man, you guys mess up on the wrong book, I'm going to be in here screaming. See, I know this doesn't make for a compelling video. But Chris, it's... I got glue. I mean, who knew? The post office's boxes were this difficult too. But no matter how difficult this is, I always tell my subscribers and people, don't be so impatient to open your books that you may inadvertently damage one of your books. My face is too close to the screen. So, here we go. All the bubble wrap you could want. There's lots of. It's always an adventure. Okay. Oof. I have to look because sometimes Chris includes Gemini mailers as, cardboard protection. Sometimes he puts in a bonus comic. So I have to look. Ugh. See, same thing here. It just looks like cardboard protection, but it's actually tape. So maybe he didn't do that. But all right. And now I'm getting packing material for my next sales of comics. So here we go. I'm really excited about this. I mean, I love the giant size X-Men 1. Like I said, that's a grail for me. And if you have 1 or 2 or 3 copies, I applaud you for that. That's my first one. And I love having it. So now, and there's another Lair protection. Okay. This is still another cardboard thing. And another cardboard thing. I mean, you can tell the difference when you're buying comic books from somebody who buys comic books online, and they take their bad experiences and turn that into knowledge about this is how you don't ship comic books, or this is how you should ship comic books, or this is as a purchaser from you what I would like. So, yeah, I told you. I'll flip the screen. Thank you, Chris. Bonus. Champions number 1. Actually, I love the Champions. It was a team of characters I really liked. You know, Hercules, Ghost Rider, the Black Widow, early. I mean, Iceman I was sort of ambivalent about. Now, this is... this is probably like a... 3.5, maybe a 4, but it's Champions number 1, and Chris just like threw this in, and that's very kind. Thank you, my good sir. That's very kind. Like I said, I've got a higher grade copy. You know, just because there was a part of my collecting where I like chased down like number 1 appearances and first appearances, but it's awesome because I don't read my higher copy because it is, so I can actually look at those. Very generous. Thank you. My auction win. What is this? The Incredible Hulk number 3. Graded a 3.0. Now, okay. Hulk number 1 in a coverless 0.5 is currently a couple $1,000. I would love to have a copy. Maybe one day I can trade books up and acquire a copy. That would be awesome. If you own a copy, I would say hold on to it, because that book is just going to appreciate and get more and more valuable. Because even though like at the inception of the Hulk, it wasn't really well received, which is why he had like a run of like 6-7 issues, and then they moved him to another title. I mean, it's a major part of Marvel comic book history, and if you compare, well, I'll leave out Hulk 1. If you compare Hulk number 2 to Spider-Man 2 to the second appearance of Thor to, the second appearance of Batman, these are very expensive books. I paid $599 plus $20 shipping on this. I'm so proud to own this. I really love this. I love it. This is also it's the second green Hulk, because Hulk number 1, he was gray. So there's a little minor significance of that, but like, Hulk number 3. Wow. Jewel in my collection. Again, thank you for people that did not bid, did not see the value in acquiring this. Wow, I'm just like blown away. I've got other books here to show you. Like I said, I've been like not in a good comic book headspace. So I'm gonna leave it with something random. Because I've got a stack of comic books here. I'll leave it with that. Everyone, enjoy comics, enjoy comic book collecting. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've made a video. I've got a stack of comic books here. But like, dude, Giant Size X-Men 1, Hulk number 3, live unboxing. This has been a pretty good video to watch. And thank you for watching. Everybody, happy holidays. You know, best wishes for the new year, and we will keep on trucking. Everyone, have a good night.